Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 6, Episode 5 called Breaking Point. And at this point, I'm about to break my TV because of these damn people. So we are starting off with Brooke and Marcus in the studio working on a collab duo song, being all cute and whatnot. She pregnant. They doing all happy. They, happy, beautiful, familia. Okay. So Amara comes to visit them to talk, not Shay, but Brooke tells Marcus she gave Shay his number so that he could try to be Dr. Love to her and Fable Fabo Fabian. So I guess that's when Amaro brings up the drama going on with Shay, I believe, and Fable Fabo Fabian, or was it with Flo? Either way, she brings up some type of drama. So Marcus was like, all right, I'm not about to be up in the middle of this, and talking about like, oh, I'm not trying to be in the middle of Shay and her drama, but he gonna be in the middle of Shay and her drama for the sake of his wife. Okay, cool. So we have then Brooke and Amara talking about the drama going on with, well, not necessarily drama, but what's been going on with her and, Marlon. And, she trying to get, first it felt like she was trying to get revenge at Flo, but, she's coming to like Marlon and his personality and whatnot. And, he gonna teach her how to swim. So it's given very much, y'all about to go on a date, but, let Amara tell it's none of that. So then we're going to move on to Trick. He's at his house, making breakfast for him, Jaden, and the twins. And, he had to check the twins about what happened with, I believe, I forgot his name, Daryl, Angela's, man, whatever. But to check them about what they, what done happened at the studio because, they weren't really focused. And it was really Daisha because, Daisha's the one that hooked up with Jaden. I guess she wants to be in a relationship with Jaden. I don't know what the case may be. But they don't tell Trick what the hell's going on. But, Trick is just telling them pretty much to tighten up. So Hot Topic comes to the house to talk to Trick about Trina and this reception or post-wedding celebration that they're having that they both got invited to. And, how she got some tea on, Swerve's baby mama, allegedly, whatnot. And, Trick is just like, stay out of it. Don't bring no drama to the wedding celebration, all that. But Hot Topic gonna bring it to that wedding celebration. Like, would it be Love and Hip Hop if there was no type of drama thing going on? No. So then we move on to, still at the house, to the twins talking about, Big D's birthday party coming up and, Daisha wanting to bring Jay as her date. I forgot what the other twin's name was, but she's like, that's not a good idea. Like, why are you trying to do all this stuff? The girl in love or in hard like with Jaden and, she don't want to, have him hiding. And, especially she ain't trying to have all these other girls up on him because she the only one that up on him right now. So, listen, when you in a hard like, ain't nothing nobody could tell you with somebody you messing around with, They can tell you whatever and you gonna defend or whatever the case may be. So anywho, we then get to Zoe and her sister Bianca going to have a spa day with her friends to try on wedding dresses and whatnot. Estelita's there. She tries on 2 wedding dresses and then she sits down and talks with the girls. And then one of the girls, which is one of her background dancers named Kiki, she immediately comes out saying, I don't think you should marry Kelvin and stuff, makes some mention about Zoe hooking up with another girl, I think, or in regards to Zoe and another girl, because I guess Zoe likes girls, I guess Zoe's bisexual, okay, cool, whatever. But, Zoe obviously got offended and, defending her relationship, saying, like, you're not even in a relationship, so you are no business and no way to try to, talk to me about my relationship, which I'm just kind of like, why would you bring that up, first of all? Second of all, she's engaged to the man, so I'm pretty sure most people, when they're engaged, they ain't trying to hear no negative stuff about they shouldn't be with who they engaged to, especially newly engaged, at the bridal shop, trying on bride's dresses, like wedding dress. What you talking about, Kiki? Like, you came for the drama. Like, of course, you have Zoe trying to say, she loud, but she cool, someone I could confide to. That's up to you, Zoe. But anybody who loud like that, you always gotta proceed with caution. I'm sorry. I don't care like how cool you may seem. Like someone who's loud like that, who seem like they don't got no shame in their game, that like they got nothing to lose. Proceed with caution with what information you want to tell them. I'm just saying. But anywho, nobody was really feeling it, and understandably so. So then we get to Amara and Marlon at their swimming lesson, and Marlon, of course, being very flirtatious and all that stuff in the midst of it. So are we really surprised? No. And then afterwards, they go sit down and talk, and Marlon saying like times like this, having a good time. Amara, I guess, makes him miss his flow. And Amara's like, you got to keep fighting for it. And, she lets us know in the confessional, she ain't attracted to Marlon. Like, don't get it twisted. She ain't attracted to Marlon. But, his personality, she loves his personality. And I'm just like, why are you not attracted to Marlon? Don't make it seem like, you're not attracted to someone who may not look, good to, I don't want to say societal standards, but, like, don't try to make it seem like, oh, okay, I'm not attracted to him. Because I'm just like, I had to think about your roster, Amara, and he seems right up your alley. I mean, there is no type that you necessarily have, Amara. So no, you can say you're attracted to Marlon. Is that the way you're gonna say the same thing if that's how you felt about MJ and his hats? So, anywho, whatever you say, Amara. So afterwards, we get to Trina's post-wedding celebration, reception, whatever the case may be, and Swerve does a speech. Trina does a speech. Apparently, there may be kids in the works. We don't know yet. Listen, somebody with a personality like Trina, I already wouldn't want to be around her because, I ain't trying to get cussed out for, just saying something random to her, because that's how I feel like she is at this point. When I've never been, but I've been around people, numerous women who's been pregnant. So I've gotten the regular people and the extreme people. I feel like Trina would be on the more extreme side. Especially in that first trimester where the hormones are haywire. Like, if Trina already cussing you out now, I mean, she could be the opposite, but I really feel like she wouldn't, and she'll just be herself times 3 billion. So, good for her. She gets pregnant. If you want to have kids, good for her. I support. I just won't. If I just don't, if I don't want to be around you now, I definitely don't want to be around her. And when she's pregnant, especially first trimester. No, ma'am. No, absolutely not. But congratulations to her. But you got Hot Topic making all these faces and stuff. Like, come on, dude, because Swerve do be talking very slow. He was high, he was high, but he's probably one of those people that be like high, 24/7. So at this point, there's no like regular talkation going on with Swerve. It's just forever slow. So Trina's cool with that. That's what Trina like it. I love it. She the one who gonna have to deal with him. So that ain't my problem. So anywho. Trina goes around saying hi to everybody, and she gets to Hot Topic. Hot Topic says she needs to talk to her. Trina said, now's not the time. So she just this is not necessarily dismisses her, but kind of goes about her business. Like, I ain't trying to talk to you. We're at my event, so we're not doing this right now. So then we get to Marlon. He goes to Flo with some flowers and a picture from back when they were dating to try to, get his family back, like he loves to say. And, she wasn't having it. She said, you heard me. You can't just bring flowers and a picture thing is going to solve everything. Like, you cheated on me, you betrayed me. And, he brings up what she done did with, what was her name? Was it Clarice? Oh, no, Claudia. What she done did, but she was just like, that was after what you done did, or whatever the case may be. But either or, Flo gonna finalize the divorce. I'll believe when I see it, Flo. You've been saying that for the longest. How long y'all been separated at this point, girl? Okay. Whatever you say, girl. So then we move. Oh, she tries to be dramatic, throws the picture on the floor, step on it and stuff. Like, it was supposed to do something. It didn't do nothing. It didn't hit for what you thought it was gonna hit for. Like the soap operas and it didn't hit Flo. But if you're gonna finalize the divorce, let's stop talking about it and just do it, okay? So like I said, I'll believe when I see it. So we then get to Estelita's eyelash launch photo shoot. She doing photos for the thing. So I guess she thought it was the perfect timing to invite Kiki to talk about what she done said at the bridal shop to Zoe. And, she kind of checks her saying that was not appropriate for her to say at that time, whatever the case may be. So, Kiki was just like, okay, get back to your photo shoot. And, that they end up going back and forth, and it goes left. And, Estelita dismisses Kiki, and that was that. Thoughts on that? I mean, I don't know why she would invite her to a photo shoot to tell her that, but I mean, I guess wherever she can find to have a one on one with Kiki, I guess. But you know, I'm with her though. You know, like why would you say that? Like you ain't no true friend. Like, and if you really did feel some type of way, you should have pulled her to the side off camera to tell her how you felt, Kiki. So yeah, I'm with Estelita, but you know, I why would I bring negative energy to my photo shoot? Anywho, so then we get to Marcus, Dr. Black's session with Shay and Fabo Fabian. Fabian. Fable mentioned to us in the confessional that technically he was with her homegirl from Milwaukee, his ex from Milwaukee for, you know, only 6 years. You know, 6 years is a long time. But you know, for him it's only 6 years, so you know, he got a lot of time to waste. So, you know, they've been together for 6 years, you know, he cheated on homegirl with Shay. Got Shay pregnant. And, you know, they didn't even know about each other, you know, until everything done blew up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people on the confession, they messy. They was like, okay, so was a Tesla from your ex? Like, it was on your ex's name. You gave that to Shay? He wasn't trying to answer. He said, oh, y'all trying to get me fried out here in these streets. Y'all, that's what they here to do. They here to ask the burning questions we all have, that we all know, but that we all have. They showed the clip of Tasha K. I'm like, look at Tasha K. She made it to national TV. Not that they didn't show her last season, but you know, I'm like, look, they keep posting Tasha K's clips. Y'all paying for her for that? Cause y'all gonna put me on national TV. Like, I need to get compensated for that. So like, I don't really watching her stuff like that. You know, I only watch, you know, the stuff that go viral and stuff. Um, but if y'all gonna be posting her on, she should get compensated. You know, she got a lot of fees and stuff. She should get compensated. I'm just saying. So anywho, so they talk. And when Fabo Fabian, you know, admits the fact that Shay was pretty much the side piece, because Marco was like, well, she's the side piece. So Shay goes, you know, it doesn't take much for Shay to go from 0 to 3 billion, whatever. So, you know, she goes into the whole rant talking about, you know, he always be stepping out. He had 2 other kids, 2 boys, from other females or whatnot. He got 4 kids outside, which makes it 4 kids outside of the kid that she has. So he got like 5 kids, maybe 4 or 5 different baby mamas. So, whatchamacallit, you know, Fabo Fabian, he, you know, while she's going on this tangent, you know, he's just kind of looking like, you know, it is what it is, you know, we here for the TV, because, you know, she wouldn't have no, he didn't say this word for word, I'm just paraphrasing it, like, from what I'm grasping, he's probably, you know, he's like, she wouldn't even be like, we wouldn't be going through this if it, you know, wasn't for the TV show, because, you know, without me, she don't got no storyline. So of course, you know, he's just like, you know, he doing this for the check. So Marcus is just like, okay, so we get that you heard all this, that da 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 da, but like, do you want to continue with the relationship? Like, where do we go from here? Homegirl Shay says she's done. She's over forever. It's over forever. And then Fabo Fabian is like, he's done. You know, he's done too. You know, and he already knows she gonna keep his daughter from him. And then Shay's just like, yeah, because I'm not trying to have my daughter around all your little other hoes. Now, you know, I have a friend who's not in the same situation, but in the same kind of toxic cycle of, yeah, I'm done with you, I'm through, we're breaking up. And then, you know, once you get horny again, okay, or you get lonely again, but it's mostly horny and lonely, you gonna go right back under his arms, where you all about to link back up. You got a daughter that's under 5. We you know, and at first I was just like, nah, that's not the truth. But you know, after, you know, quite a bit of time on this earth, after being here for a few decades, you know, it's the truth what they be saying. You know, when y'all with young kids, I mean, even with older kids, it could still be the same thing. But like, y'all really wasting no time. Y'all get it in with y'all baby mamas and baby daddies. You know, I understand y'all already had a connection before the kids, and y'all definitely got a connection after the kids. You know, unless you really hate somebody's guts. But you know, she don't hate his guts. You know, she just mad because, you know, she's not the one and only. Okay, even though it seemed like for the longest she was the number one, but she's not the one and only. And a lot of people want to be the one and only, understandably so. But in this case, Shay, you not, and I don't know if you ever will be, because somebody like toxic like Fable Fabo Fabian, it's just best if they be single, maybe get a vasectomy, and just have fun, and just hopefully they're safe on their end. But do I feel like they done for good? No. Because how many times she done said she's done, and then she go right back to him saying, oh, we the best couple in Miami or whatever. And even he said something like that too. So I'm just like, y'all gonna get back together. Just give it a few time, a few days without no poon, no peen, and y'all gonna be. I ain't worried about y'all. So then we get to, Big D's birthday party. And of course, Hot Topic comes to confront Trina. But Trina and her husband shut her down and dismiss her. And, Trina ain't worried about no baby mama. Hot Topic said the baby mama want to talk to Trina. Trina was like, she could never come to my presence. All right, Trina. Okay, cool. Like, I ain't saying Trina ain't that baby. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, Trina, okay. Like, all right. What? Like, I am not saying Trina's all talk, but at the same time, Trina always be doing these antics, and I'm just like, okay, at this point, I'm just like, all right, Trina, you don't gotta do all this. You could make it be more known that that's your man, and ain't nobody gonna come in between. Like, okay, that's cool, but at the same time, it's just like, if you do got a daughter or a kid, or whatever, you're not taking care of, you might want to, just proceed with caution, because from what Hot Topic said, from what the alleged baby mama done said, homeboy Swerve met you at a hot dog stand, was stalking you from a hot dog stand, and then Trina, when people in the confessional trying to ask Trina, she's like, oh, he don't even eat hot dogs. That statement is not going to work in a court of law, Trina, because no one said he was eating hot dogs. They just said he was at the hot dog stand stalking your ass. So, what does him eating hot dogs have to do with any of this? Trina, okay. Right. You got it, Trina. You got it. But that was the end of the episode. And I got 3 billion more to go watch. So, I'm about to hop off on here and go watch those other 3 billion episodes. So, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back for the next review. Hopefully I can make you laugh then, so you can subscribe then. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.